Okay, so I did a bit without showing you, so I will try and figure out how much that was. I built some extra green science, green circuits stuff, and I also built some more copper wires. This is quite badly maxed, so really I need another string of these, but yeah, my copper wires kind of making it this far, so it'll do for now. Can't remember if these were new or not. I've got lots of yellow inserters because we need a lot of those. And let's head up to the back. You notice I've got a load of iron now. And we can see I've got... So here's where my iron used to start, my iron plates, but I've got another supplementary iron production facility. So we'll go and check that out. And this one isn't particularly well laid out. It's just the quickest you can throw everything down. I can get a little bit more iron on here, but there's none here. And I can start tapping this plate when I need to. So the coal just comes off the end of my power plants. But we've got plenty of coal, so that's no problem. And I think I built a couple more of these. So I'm back to about 50% power. You need a little bit more than that, but that'll do for now. Yep, we're getting full iron to all of these. Full iron into here. Full iron into there. So we've got plenty of iron plates now. So we can actually do green science, which I said I was going to do a couple of hours ago. So green science needs transport belts and inserters. I'm just clearing a bit more space whilst I'm down here. I should probably do this off camera rather than... Not like anyone's actually watching these videos yet anyway, but I should probably do it when it's off camera rather than making everybody watch it. So we've got two things that we need for green science. So we're going to grab one of these that has two, and 10 isn't the right ratio, but who cares? Let's get you some power, and we need to change what you are. You need to be green science. So shift and right click and shift and left click to tell it what to be. So again, we need transport belts and yellow inserters. So you can be transport belts. You can be yellow inserters. That isn't going to be enough, so we will head up to our... Oh, we have to come back and pick them up then. And because this is science, we're not going to go down, we're going to go back up to our lab. Sometimes you do make little mistakes like that, and you just have to deal with them. So in green science, we will definitely want tool belts. They're the most important. Well, for us anyway, because it lets you carry more stuff around. And then it's... guns better, automation better. We don't have any water to landfill, but that's where we get it if we needed it. Better furnaces. That's definitely important. Now, I've still never used circuits, so I don't actually know what that does. I understand that they're really, really important, but I've never actually gotten that far, even though I've gotten into space. So we've only got half of our green science working at the moment, so we'll go and connect the other half. As you can see, we're definitely short on green science. Grab those belts. So this was belts, so let's go and grab those. And we need yellow inserters as well. So once those sciences get up there, this will start. rid of those wooden boxes, I'm never going to use those. Well, I'm going to be making red belts soon, so I'm not going to make any massive changes to get some extra copper wire into these, because the red belts will sort that for me. Now, if you wanted to, you could run it like that. So your copper wire would be fed directly into your circuit plants, but there's a lot of work with making sure you've got the right ratios, and I think it looks prettier if it just goes on the belt and comes back. And since I'm the person with the mouse, what I want matters, and everyone else can, yeah, complain. Oops, we did not want those. Because there's no point building cases of green science. Because it will all back up on the belt. So as you can see, we've got loads and loads and loads of reds already built. So there's no point stockpiling even more. So I probably should have copied this one rather than the one I did. But if you just remove the chest, it will put it on the ground, and the other inserter will pick it up off the ground. I'm doing that the wrong way around, aren't I? Those red belts oh yeah, it was red belts that'll help. I was just thinking that this replaces the stone furnaces, which are faster. I'm not quite sure how they're more flexible, but they are faster. So yeah, but at the moment, faster won't help me because it'll just fill up these boxes quicker. But when I have the red belts, those belts are twice as fast as well. Oh, my green science is getting there. So as we can see, my tool belt is being researched. And do I get another? I think all the research needs equal numbers of them, but they get built at different speeds by the facilities, and they don't all kind of follow one to the other. So some of them need different mixes, but realistically, you're going to need the same of all the sciences, give or take. Just trying to fill up my inventory so we can see it gets bigger. So my inventory is full, and in a minute I should get 2 more lines. Did they go down the side? No, I'm not sure. So my science is being constructed faster than I'm consuming it, so I can have some more labs, which once this is complete and I can check how that works, I will build some more labs. What a surprise, I need more iron plates. Not actually a lot I can do at the moment. I am just waiting for that to complete. I mean, there's stuff I can do, but not if I want to show this. Well, we can see it always takes from the right, I believe. It doesn't, there's not like a balance, it picks from the left and the right. It always picks from the right if there's one available on the right. Um, yeah, so we can see the one on the right is, despite the fact that it was the first one to fill up, it is now emptier. And we will see our tool belt. We'll finish researching and then we can see what happens. Is there only 6 extra slots? Or is it 1 extra entire? Yeah, I think that's an entire extra row. I was sure it was 2 rows, but maybe it's only 1. Anyway, so let's get some stone and build some extra research. So what we can do is, whereas there's just 1 at the moment, you can have and these will all pick up. Now the problem we get at the moment is those 2 can't load quickly enough. But we do have fast grabbers. Oh, I already had some of those. So we are going to replace these 2 with fast grabbers. And you can see they're a lot quicker than these. Kind of annoyingly, this will only store 2. You can manually fill it to like 50, but the inserters will only fill it up to 2. So as soon as this one needs some, these will immediately empty this one. So there is a bit of a lag, but the fast inserters help you with most of it. I mean, you don't have to have this second row being fed by this first one, but I'm lazy and do. So a couple of the technologies aren't kind of researchable until you have the assets for them. So for a lot of these, you need access to oil. So what do I need for pump jacks? I can't have pump jacks until I have fluid handling. So we'll get rid of military for now. Right, it's engines. Don't need solar energy yet. It is a bit... I'm not a massive fan of it. It's a bit pointless, really, but you do what you gotta do. So we've got advanced material processing, which is better forges or furnaces. So because this isn't something we're going to put on the belt, we will for now just build one thing that's making that. That needs steel and bricks, both of which are on the belt. Not going to put it on the belt, but I am actually going to make it from the belt. So it needs 2 inputs. So we will steal that one, which has 2 inputs, but doesn't have any buffers of its own. So we definitely don't need this to be buffered. Now I am terrible with power poles. I just end up using these pretty much to the end of the game, except for a few specific things. You should really switch to the bigger ones, but once I'm set in my ways. Do I have room? Yeah, I have room for that. So now I'm going to have 2 chests of this. It's probably a lot more than I need, but I'll waste a bit of steel, but I've got plenty and plenty of bricks. If you've marked something for destruction, you can place things in its place. So I don't know if you noticed earlier, I had when I was running up with the green sciences, one of my belts turned into an underbelt. That's because there was something in the way that wasn't marked for destruction. I think it'd just ghost if it was still there, and a construction bot would come and fill it in later. So, although I'm manually doing all these, well, I say manually, although I've got my own personal bots that are doing all these at the moment, in the future, my construction bots will build the things I tell it to. But like the factory construction bots, not my personal ones. Unless unless I'm close enough and I've got the stuff. So green science takes 6 seconds and red takes 5 seconds. So basically, if you've got 5 reds, you should have 6 greens. So I will make that little fix whilst I'm down here. That'll balance out how much science I need, or how much science I have. Assuming that I'm producing them. Just because I've got factories, it doesn't mean I'm actually making those factories. You know, the factories are being supplied and filling everything in, but that's where we start. You know what? That is silly. I definitely do not need 2 full chests of that. So we can check. We need bricks and steel, I think. Yep, bricks and steel. So that one's steel. I do sometimes wish the icons were a bit better. My eyes aren't what they used to be. What a surprise, I need more iron plates. So these are making furnaces, which are better. Well, what are these called again? Steel furnaces, which are better than the stone furnaces. As you can see, the construction bots I've got are doing some of this on their own, but because they're so slow, they're not particularly helpful. But so you can just click to replace, or we can open that. And the upgrade. So this time we want to upgrade stone furnaces to steel furnaces. Oh, and I've made the chest red. Probably should have done that before now anyway. So that's all of our copper ones done. Now we can see this. So this is an upgrade icon. So one of our construction bots will go and get a stone furnace, which I hope I've made some up here. Okay, it's not actually because the bricks weren't in red boxes, they were just in normal boxes. Do I have any bricks? I do. So this is going to make me a furnace. And at some point, a construction bot will come and pick that up. And it will place it on the ones that are marked for upgrade. Unless there's this Wi-Fi logo, because they've not got a construction tower that gives them access to it. And we're going to tell them to do all of these as well. So I don't have any stone furnaces myself, but I'm going to tell my construction bots to do all this for me. You can have, you could have like a, I think it's like a request a chest or something here that would request 100 of these, because the construction bots will just carry one at a time. So we could have a construction chest that would request a chest that would request 100, and then one logistics bot would go and get that. I think I have managed to change it so I have a massive capacity, but I'm not sure. And yeah, so then it's less of a journey for the construction bots, but I'm not in any rush, so the construction bots can take as long as they want. So these are, let's get my oil as soon as I can. So whilst I'm running up and down all the time at the moment, you can have a car which is faster, depending on what fuel you give it, but it's not simple to drive and I always crash it into things. And as I said, I'm not in a particular rush, so I will let it take as long as it takes. These are some faster bots. So I think these are the, I'm not even sure if these are the first bots. I think these are also on the bots mod that I'm using. Because in the blue it says bots, bots, bots. Oh no, because they're advanced robots. Yeah, so you don't get robots until you're this far into the game, and by this point, I wasn't in space because obviously you need to do right at the end for that, but I'd pretty much settled what I was doing, and anything else was just getting in my way. So I completely missed them the first time. No, this is just very slow. Um, those two definitely aren't going to be able to keep 30 labs full, but they can keep more than 20 full, so I might as well build another 10. Well, it's definitely not getting all 30, but I don't think it's far off 29. Um, Not perfect, but I will take it for now. So, like the steel furnaces were faster furnaces, this is just a faster assembly machine. And you need steel cogs, circuits, and assembly machines. And I'm not making assembly machines, so I am going to leave myself a little bit of space there. I'm going to leave myself a lot of space there. Actually, you know what? This can be the perfect time to show this. You wouldn't normally do it this way, but I just like everything to line up properly. Oh, that didn't look right. So this one will make level 1 assemblers. They will then go in this box, and this box will also request what this needs to make level 2 assemblers. So steel and green circuits. I should have, I bet I don't have any green circuits. Is that a green? Yeah, so I've got these green circuits here, but where are they going? They're going into my radar. So I think it will do a reasonable job of putting them in the right place. But if you might remember, I said earlier, you will need a huge amount of green circuits. I mean, you need a lot of most of the resources, to be honest, but green circuits are definitely up there as ones you need a lot of. And yeah, we're consuming all of the ones we're using at the moment, so there's no spare capacity there, really. Or once these are full. You know, I do think apart from making the basic resources like iron plates, those buffer boxes are a bit silly. But I'm doing it now, so we're going to stick with it. So we're using 20 megawatts, and we can stuff jumps around, so some things uses power all the time, some uses power when it's doing things, some are a mix of both. So the amount of power you need can vary. But I'm making, well, I suppose I'm using 26 and I'm making 36 at the moment, so we'll leave that where it is for now. And I'll dump some more waste resources that I don't actually want yet. I've never used trains either. I probably should, but yeah, I've not. Let's have a bit of a peek at what black sign. Oh, doesn't tell you what it needs to make, it just tells you what you need to research to do it. I think it's bullets and grenades and walls or something like that. So that'll be another step, but we'll give that a break for now. So I am going to put a robot port there so that these are in range of a construction bot whenever I get, well, I'm not going to do it, whenever my construction bots get around to filling that gap in. So because the inserters take from a preferred side, so in the case of this, red science is going to go all the way along here, up there, along and back down, and they're going to take it from this side, which means these factories are doing stuff and these are just sat there, and these won't build anything until this all gets full, but until this all gets empty, sorry, which won't get empty until this entire belt is empty of those. But it's just there is a way to optimize it, but it's just not worth it. Oh, I don't think it's worth it. You're free to play however you want. Any of these been upgraded yet? Nope. Oh, I'm running low on copper. I'm not running low on it, but I'm using all of it. Actually, I might be running low on it. I don't know. Still got plenty of. I'm at my limit on copper, shall we say. And I forgot to put one of you in there. So you can have multiple upgrade things, which is generally speaking a good idea. But if you've not gathered yet, I'm not the most hardworking person. So if I don't have to do something, I won't. So that one is now upgraded. So that's an assembling machine level 2, and that's still a level 1. And at some point, once a construction bot is free, it will take that and it will pop it in there. And whilst we are here, we're going to upgrade all of these as well. And I think that is me done for a while, so I'm going to take a little break and I'll be back to you later. And I will either do black science or I will do some assemblers. Yeah, so this technology you can actually research. You just have to develop the things that it needs and then it'll become unlocked.